Hello planner friends, this is Jess from Knit.plan.Jess. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a different type of video for you. It's not my normal hands plan with me video. So today I am participating in Tamra of the Pen and Paper Girl. She, for like the past couple of years, she has been doing collabs with other planners to bring tips to the community on different topics. And this year, this is my first year participating, so I'm super excited about this. But this year we are talking about planner funk and planner rut, which I felt was really appropriate because, yeah, it's definitely been a rut year for me. So the video previous to mine, Plan with Lakin, so Lakin passed the baton to me, and I will pass the baton to the next person at the end of the video, so make sure you stay tuned for that to see who is going to be showing up and talking tomorrow. But no matter what, you can check the description box below because I have all of the links down there, so definitely check out everybody. Tamra actually has a playlist on her channel, so make sure you check that out. So we are answering 4 questions that are related to planner funk or planner rut. So the first question is, do you think they are the same? At first I always did. At first I would use rut and funk interchangeably. And then when I was actually thinking about the question for this video, I kind of realized that maybe it's not the same. So planner funk could be maybe the planner's just not serving you, which either means that number one, you're using the wrong kind of planner. And yes, there are hundreds of planners out there. You have coiled, you have spiral, you have discs, you have rings, you have bound. You have to find the planner that works for you. But even though you start out with one planner and it works for you, sometimes you've got to change it up. When I think about planner rut, I think about you're using a planner that works for you, but maybe something else in your life has changed and it's just kind of making you feel a little overwhelmed or making you struggle to use it. Maybe you want to use it. So yeah, to me, they're very different. And there's also very different ways that you can get out of it. And sometimes a tip to getting out of a planner funk is not always going to work for a planner rut. And what I want to talk to you today is about the planner rut. So, have I ever personally experienced a planner funk or planner rut? Yes, very much so. I haven't necessarily experienced a planner funk because I do tend to change up my layout if I notice that it's not really working for me, but I also like to try to play with a bunch of different layouts to see which one works for me best. However, planner rut I am very familiar with. So I also wanted to share my experience. The most recent experience that I've had with planner rut is kind of what led me to discovering what I'm going to offer to you as a tip. So about 6 months ago, I found myself in a rut where I really enjoyed using my planners, but some days that motivation just wasn't there. There were days that I knew that my planner worked for me, but I just basically let it sit on my desk. So it was within reach. It was decorated. It was ready for me to utilize it to the fullest. But I just didn't have that motivation. And there were some days that I would use my planner, but then there were other days that I didn't. And then all of a sudden I started feeling this overwhelming sense of guilt because I have this beautiful planner and I'm not using it. So, how many times have you felt yourself in that position where number one, that motivation just wasn't there, and number two, you had guilt about not using your planner. I'm pretty sure we've all felt that sometimes. Once I realized what my rut was about, I decided to do two things. Number one, I took a step back. I looked at my planners and I basically looked through like some of my older planners, the ones that I was actively using when I wasn't in a rut. And I kept looking at them and I kept thinking, why did I enjoy them so much? Why did I enjoy the planning process so much? And then I realized I was able to be creative. I was allowing myself freedom to be creative because I would see a day here. Oh, I didn't write anything down. But then I would see other days where maybe I was like a little bit more decorative in my planner. And I decided that in order to break out of my rut, I needed to go back to that reason why I started planning in the first place. Because planning was my creative outlet. And I decided that I would create a creativity journal. This creativity journal has basically served me for the purpose of allowing myself to be creative and allow myself the freedom to not functionally use it, but without any of the guilt. So now you're probably wondering why. Two reasons. Number one, I am a person who is very open with my mental health ups and downs. You know, there are some days where I feel 100% great, and then there's other days where not quite so much. So by allowing myself that freedom to be creative without the guilt or the stress of using my planner, I'm able to kind of bring some clarity to what I want to get out of planning, which is the ability to create. And the second reason, by allowing myself that creative journal, not only can I allow myself the freedom to create, but it also inspires me for the future. So in the future, if I get in a rut, I can look through my journal, I can see these spreads, I can remind myself why they made me so happy and why they helped pull me out of that rut. And then I can take that inspiration to use it for the future. So there you go. When I realized that all I needed was the ability to enjoy the creative process without the guilt of using the spreads, it was like a huge rut weight was lifted off of my chest. So my tip, if you ever get in a rut, take a step back and remind yourself why you fell in love with planning. And if it was because it allowed you to be creative, get yourself a journal and just have fun. Just sit down, enjoy the creative process. And then when you're done creating the spread, put the notebook away. Don't even be concerned about filling it out because it doesn't matter. You're doing it because you want to be creative. So, it seems simple, but I promise you, the simplicity of the tip will go a long way. It will go a long way. So I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow you want to check out Piece of the Plan Cami. She's going to give you another tip as part of the 25 days of planner tips for planner funk and planner rut. Again, link is down below, so definitely check it out. Cami, I hope your video is amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I inspired you. And if you ever do create a creativity journal, please share it on Instagram, send me a message, tag me in it, let me know, because I would love to see it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.